NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10, it's Ryan again. And the catch is made by Justin Hardy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he will find Ridley, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. To throw again is Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 22. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. To throw is Ryan. And his first pass is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, able to shed some tacklers, but it's all for naught.
Yeah, that doesn't even seem fair, does it? Because this guy was breaking tackles, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what he did. A really good effort by him, but give credit to the defense of giving up no gain.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Four down.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Hardy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. On third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And now here come the Cowboys. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Takk McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Malik Collins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill.
Get out.
Following the interception, here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight.
On second down, Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Here we go. Wide 80. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Here we go. 46. 26.
Prescott now on second down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Well, now they'll try the end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A first down carry by Elliott. Evades him at the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 29 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Malik Collins in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Ryan to throw. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Hey, boys, we got 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Wide 80.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep.
Here you go.
Safety's creeping.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Steps away. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go. 47. Here we go. Here we go. Wide 8.
A give to Elliott. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Run. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Check.
Start there. Over here. Over here. Start there. Here we go. Wide 8.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Prescott from the gun. And they're going to get it. That one's caught. And now the lead moves to 16-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun. Left.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Got two.
Gun.
Single.
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Single.
Here we go. 48. Here we go. 46. Hey, we're going right there.
Watch out.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And Wilson has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
47.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. On the counter, Elliott. And some room to work. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
10th carry now for Elliott. Uses the stiff arm. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football, and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Escaping the pressure right. Powers through. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Receiver, hey, you're on an island.
Throwing. Prescott. Cooper's got it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Prescott on first down. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
It's coming now. Wide eight.
They'll run it with Jackson. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They get it to him running left. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 down. 4 down. Alert. Showing 8.
Move. Here we go. 46.
Play.
Gun.
Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9".
26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott dancing to his left. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. Hey, check 24.
Here's Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
47.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 46.
Check 99. Check 99. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malik Collins able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
21.
Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Let's go. Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. This will be caught inside the 10.
Let's go.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. To throw again is Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
4 down.
Blue 80.
Here's Ryan. His pass caught at the 4. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
Gun. Ready. Blue 80.
Watch the run.
Get out. Wait.
Motion. Pop.
20. Let's go.
One last shot for Ryan. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And it would appear the Cowboys are going to win this football game. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.